Hi everyone, welcome to your live teacher. Today we have a champion here that is with us, Brandon, a MMA fighter, world champion. So welcome today.
Thank you for having me.
We are so excited to know more about you. Like we know that you're a world champion, and we want to know more about your story, like how you start, what motivates you to be a MMA fighter.
Yeah, so it all started, I was about 15 years old.
Yeah.
And then my next door neighbor used to do MMA. But this is like when MMA wasn't even a thing. Like it was so new. The sport is very new.
Yes.
And then he was like, look, you know, I used to go and watch him fight and stuff. And then he's like, you're going to have to learn to protect yourself around here. You're coming to training. So I'm like, cool. Went down and then just absolutely loved it. And then, you know, now I've been in here since I was 15. I'm 34 now, still fighting, still at the top of my game.
Yes.
About to fight for another world title in November. And I've just been on a crazy journey, travelled the world and achieved everything I wanted to achieve in the sport.
Wow, amazing. So basically, who was your inspiration? Your neighbor? Like, or what inspires you, like this, or you have like a role model that inspires you?
Well, I'll be honest, I wanted to be a footballer. I played football first, but I just wasn't good enough. Like,
oh my God.
Soccer, yeah. But in Manchester, that's all we do. We just fight and play soccer. So it's like, I wanted to be a soccer player, but I just was like not good enough. And then I was always the guy that if anything happened on the pitch, I was involved, you know. I always had that kind of energy and attitude. And then fighting just kind of found me, my next door neighbour, like you say. And then he brought me to the gym and I just absolutely loved it, fell in love with the sport, fell in love with the competition, the lifestyle, being healthy, eating good, and carried it all these years.
Yeah, that's very important because, you know, like around 15 years old, you know, like mostly of the humans, we want to party, we want to go out. So how was for you? You need to sacrifice like this lifestyle, like to live basically like the wild lifestyle to become a fighter? Or how was your lifestyle then?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I was always active playing football and like where I'm from, all the young lads are just active, we're running about. It was before mobile phones really.
Yeah.
Like they were only just starting to come, so we'd be on our pedal bikes or we'd be like in the local parks playing on the swings. We was always like active youngsters, so fighting just kind of fit what I was doing anyway. I remember in the beginning, like we used to put one glove on each. This is before I found MMA. Yeah. We used to share a pair of boxing gloves and like fight each other. We was always fighting growing up. That was just like in the English culture, you know. So we were just used to it. And then, like I say, when this next door neighbour moved in, it was like he guided me on the path that you know that I'm still on now.
Wow, amazing. So when was your first fight? How old you was?
I was training for 10 months, twice a week, 2 hours a session. So really not training very long. And then my coach at the time then just said, oh, I've got you a fight in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I was like, what? I couldn't believe he got me a fight because I was thinking, I was thinking, what do you mean you've got me a fight? Like, I didn't even want a fight like really like that, like competitive that soon. Yes. But he was just like, he obviously seen it and was like, no, don't worry, I've got you. I remember going home that night thinking, wow, what do you mean I'm going to fight? I'm only 15, 16, you know what I mean? Like, and then he was the one that seen it, like kind of forced me into it. It was like the push that I needed over the edge to fight. Then once I had the one fight, then that was it. That was the drug that I needed. It's like a drug. Then it's like, okay, I want that again, I want that again, I want that again. And then we're still going now, 18 years later, 17 years.
Wow. And I want to ask you how you feel before you have a fight. Like, how is your preparation? Like, what you think before you're going to fight? Like, you know, it's kind of nervous, no?
Yeah, it is. And like, I just believe in my preparation. I don't have, like, a lot of fighters have what they call camps, right? I don't have camps. I just train all year. Every day you see me train. I enjoy training. Like after this podcast, I've got a session later on. I'm already thinking about it now.
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to do this and this.
How many times a day you train?
Twice. Sometimes 3, but mostly twice. And then once on a Saturday and then no Sunday.
Wow.
So, but I do that all year. I don't I don't just train when I have a fight.
You train every day. And how is the workout that you do? Like cardio or
different
cardio?
This morning I was hitting pads.
Yeah.
This evening I'm going to be doing some wrestling. A friend of mine just come from Canada, very good wrestler. So I'm going to meet him at the gym here. We're going to wrestle. I think that's what's good about MMA because there's so many. You got boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. There's so many different aspects that you're not doing the same thing every day, so it doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're just boxing, you're hitting a bag every day, you're hitting pads, you're sparring. It can get very boring and monotonous, whereas MMA is very different. It's so many different aspects to it. So that's what also attracted me to the sport.
Yeah, so because I was practicing boxing, before. I'm Mexican.
Obviously.
We have most of the best boxers in the world. So yeah, I'm very good to punch,
Oh, yeah?
I'm strong. But they told me that the most important is the condition, like that's what is with me like a little bit difficult, because when I train like so hard, I just feel like, like I cannot breathe. That's why I'm asking you, like, you do a lot of cardio, I guess.
I thought you was going to say, as a Mexican, the most important aspect is heart. Because the Mexicans have serious heart.
You think so? You've been in Mexico before?
Yeah, I've been training in Mexico before. Yeah.
And what do you think about it there?
Great. I have a lot of Mexican friends. One of the guys that I was living with in America, I lived with him for like 4 years. He was Mexican. I know a lot about the Mexican culture, And, I really admire the spirit that they bring into the ring. I really do, because Dana White did a podcast a couple of days ago, and he said when he was driving through Mexico, he said they have parks and swings and a boxing ring in the park.
Yeah.
That's how much everybody loves combat over there.
Yeah, they love it. And, like, I think this is a sport that identify us, like, in Mexico. So that everybody wants to become a boxer. Like now one of the best boxers is Canelo, Ryan Garcia, and I know them personally, and they are really, really like passionate for the sport. So when was the last time that you was in Mexico?
Last year I did like 4 or 5 weeks, Cancun and Tijuana.
Wow.
Yeah.
You like the food?
Cancun, great. I loved it. Tijuana, cool too. I've been to Tijuana so many times because I used to live in San Diego on the border, 10 minutes.
Close.
So I used to go there on the weekends, or go there, get stem cells, go there for treatment.
You was telling me, but I'm Mexican. I never been in Tijuana. Never.
Really?
How is it? Like, it's nice. I'm Mexican. I never been in Tijuana.
I liked it. Like all the other guys from the gym that I was training at were like, "Oh, don't go." And I was
they say, but of course, like people say that Mexico is dangerous, but actually it's not like how they say.
I had a good time over there.
Yeah.
I liked Tijuana.
You date a Mexican girl?
I was training there. No, I never dated a Mexican girl.
No.
But no, I was there training. I used to go to a gym in Tijuana. I used to go for stem cells. I used to go for recovery, ice bath and cryo. They had this big center and I used to go there. It was great.
They have everything, there. The good thing about Mexico is like, it's a big country, so you have everything. You have like beach, you have desert, you have snow, you have city, you have like nice towns, nature. So you can do everything, and everything is too close.
You know what? It's funny because the guys that I was living with, they called me the Manchester Mexican. They tried to nickname me that. They were like, "Bro, you shouldn't have been born in England. You should have been born in Mexico."
Maybe you was Mexican in your past life.
Maybe. I think Irish and Mexican are very similar. I think.
My
family's Irish, yeah.
You're Irish, but you born in Manchester.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But you have a Mexican son.
And I think Manchester and Ireland and Mexico, the same, like, fire in the blood, I think.
Something I find out that Mexican and UK people and Irish, they are very funny. We like to joke around. Yeah. That's why I find out.
We call it banter.
Yeah, we like to sometimes, sorry for this, but we like to bully, not in a bad way, but like joking, make
You like
jokes.
to what?
Like to bully, like bully, no? Like
bully.
Yeah. Sorry, my English is like not that.
Yeah, same. So do we.
Yeah, Mexicans, we're the same.
No, but we do it a lot. We're like to the point where the guys like, these people hate me. That's how much we do it in England. We do it all day. Yeah,
Mexicans the same. I told you, that's why maybe we are, but in the culture of Irish and from the UK is like very family oriented, or not that much?
Very, yeah, extremely, yeah. Like Irish, that's what I'm saying. When I lived over there with this Mexican guy, we was very similar. And I started to notice a lot of similar traits with Irish people and Mexican people. And even with the fighting, when it comes down to fighting, like Irish style and Mexican style, very similar, they go to the end, they have big hearts, and I did notice that a lot, and that's why they called me the Manchester Mexican.
Oh,
quite
maybe
funny.
You just need to find a Mexican wife, and
maybe. I'm sure you've got some friends.
Have a Mexican passport there.
You definitely have some friends for me. I know
have
you
my
do.
cousin. She's nice, but really, I'm shocked to see that you know my country, because many people, we are in UAE, guys. They didn't travel yet to Mexico because they are scared. They think the cartels and stuff. But as you can say, it's very safe. You like the food? You think it's nice?
The food is good, but it's too much weight. Like, you can't get no healthy Mexican food. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, the guy that I was living with, I have to make weight, right? So I have to make a certain weight to fight.
Yeah.
This guy every day, burrito, and all this. Every night, I'm like, bro, we're not going to lose weight like this. Like,
Yeah, I know. Every time I go to Mexico, I win 10 kilos.
this is what I'm saying. That's the only problem, the food, because it's so nice.
It's so good, to be honest.
It's so good.
How is Irish food? Like, I never been in Ireland, so that's why I'm asking.
Irish food, same. You're not going to lose weight. No way. It's
What's like the typical plate?
Just like Irish stew. It's just filled with all sorts, you know. Like, same with, like, again,
roast,
similar.
no? And mashed potato and this thing.
You had a roast before?
Well, in Mexico, we call carne asada.
Is you have it on a certain day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sundays.
Sunday, same.
Yes.
But the English roast, that's my favourite dish in the world.
And how is it like?
You know, if I was on death row and they say you can have one meal,
You will
would
have roast.
English Sunday roll, but has to be good though.
It's not too good here in Dubai.
Yeah, some are okay.
You like it?
Not too bad. Like, there's one place called the Cottery.
Oh.
I recommend. Shout out to the Cottery. Very nice place. Good roast.
How long you been here in Dubai?
I first come in 2020, first time. And then I spent 6 months. COVID. Then I left, come back, and then I bought a place here in 2022. And then I've been away now 10 months, just come back again. So I'm always in and out. But now I'm going to stay. Now my apartment is finished. It's how I want it. I'm going to, like, set some roots and stay in Dubai for a while. I hope. I say that, but I always change my mind.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think about Dubai? You like it? Like
Pros and cons.
What's the pros and what's the cons?
Right, okay, pros. Pros, basically, you can get a toothbrush delivered to you within 3 minutes. Straight to your house, convenience. Like, the gyms here are amazing. The weather all year round, no tax. Just people here. I feel like if you come to Dubai, you're all on the same mindset. Like, you're chasing something, like similar sort of mind people come together to here. They want to get better, you know, they want to expand whatever it is that they're doing. And I feel like you find a lot of like-minded people. You can have good conversation here because everybody's immigrated from wherever they are in the world. Like me and you now, you're Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm from Manchester. Like, we have conversation here. So I feel like that is, you know, it is very... And I feel like Dubai's just growing and growing and growing. It's going to be interesting to see in the next 5 years where this place is going to be.
Yeah, it's very nice. And what's the con? The
cons are the heat.
Yeah, the heat.
The heat gets unbearable sometimes, like even walking to the car and you're already sweating.
Yeah.
What cons? What other cons?
The dating life.
The traffic. I can look right out the window now and it's just bumper to bumper traffic. And the season doesn't even start yet.
I know.
So by October, November, December, January, this place is going to be...
insane.
Yeah.
But you know, before, because I also came in 2019, was not like that.
Yeah, now it's really bad.
Now it's full of... everything is full.
Like, you have to add like 20, 30 minutes onto every journey now.
Yeah, it's insane. And you know, it's so small, but it's like full of traffic. But you know, I like Dubai because of the safety. And as you say, like, you can get anything like this. Like, you want to order a crib at 2, 3 a.m. and you have it in your door. So it's really nice. But like, so basically you you think you're going to live here now, like you're going to stay in Dubai or you want to come back to Manchester?
The only problem is I've never done the summer here ever, like the full summer. And I'm like...
Now you did the fall summer?
No. I just come back. I've been here like 10 days. But I think when it's summer here, it's also a good time in England, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I'll probably go home for this and then stay the rest of the year. That's the plan, I think. We'll see.
I stay all the summer here. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You don't leave?
Well, this is the first year. Like, I was in Mexico living 2 years and I came back. I have 1.5 years here and I stay like...
Straight. Okay.
Straight.
How was it? How's the summer?
Well, hot as hell, yeah. Like, very... But I was like, you know, working, doing my things and I don't go out too much. So I'm always in my house. So that's the only benefit because that's what I like about Dubai. You live somewhere and you have everything. You have gym, you have sauna, spa, everything like in the same building. So for me, it's easy. I like to be in a place and I have all my... all the things I need and I'm there.
That's good. But another con that I've seen is like, it doesn't really have too much nature, you know, like fresh air.
Yeah.
like trees, like, you know, when you go back to England, and although the weather's not good,
Yeah.
like the greenery, the fresh air, like fresh mornings, like where you breathe and you can, you know, that's another con of Dubai. But I think the pros massively outweigh the cons, massively. I
Yeah, the
think,
pros are very good, but as you say, we as humans, you know, we need nature.
yeah,
Because we need to connect with the nature. Well, I believe too much in energy and manifestation and stuff. So we need humans this, and to don't have this is like a little bit bad. You know what I mean? That's why it's very good that you go sometime to England and sometime to Dubai. That's I want to do the same to Mexico, but it's very far.
very far. How far?
Like we need to travel from here to Madrid or Barcelona. It's like around 6 hours, and after 12 hours. You travel from Dubai to Mexico or from Europe?
I travel. So basically, how my training works for these fights, I train in Thailand. So right now I'm going to leave to Thailand in a week.
Are you going to Thailand?
Yeah. So I have a big fight coming on the 29th of November. I'm going to fight this Russian guy who's undefeated. I'm going to fight for my second world title on this show, and like the intense training I do in Thailand, and from there to the USA, wow, that flight it's like 23 hours. Like, yeah, you have to go from here, from Phuket to Dubai, then Dubai, London to USA, and then if it's in a small part of the USA, you have to fly there again. So sometimes 3 or 4 flights.
So you're gonna fight in the USA?
I'm going to fight in Saudi this time. Look at
Saudi.
I have 14 fights in the PFL and 13 have been in the USA. But this year, the final's going to be in Saudi. So
I want to ask you why everything is now in Saudi.
money, money talks, right?
Yeah, money talks.
I think they put 100 million into the promotion that I fight for. So they've invested a lot. So now they're going to bring a lot of shows there.
Wow. And when you want to retire from this?
No, it's a good question. I say it to myself every year. I'm going to do it, but then it's just like a drug. Yeah, I'll stop. But then there's only so long you can physically do it, you know. So I think this fight is a very big fight for me. I'm really excited about it because this guy's a really good opponent. He comes from Habib's gym. He's undefeated, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is a tough fight." So when I beat him, this will be like a good icing to a good career, you know, good cake. Then maybe one more Manchester. They want to do a big show next year. Have one big one at home where I started, and then
that's good.
And then maybe ride off into the sunset. We see, maybe not, but this seems like a good plan.
Yeah, it's good because like this is also other question I have for you. What's the maximum age that they give like for this sport to still fighting?
Well, it's
All depends on your condition.
exactly because I stay fit all year round. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm still in good condition. I still compete with the best guys in the world. Like, my experience now, I've had more than 50 fights. So, like for me, like I can train. I know how to train. I'm smart with my training. I'm smart with my fighting. Also, I use my IQ a lot. I don't stand and trade in the pocket. You know, I've only ever been knocked out one time in over 50 fights. You know, so like for me, I fight smart. I train smart. I could probably go on for another 5 years, but I don't want to do that. You know, I want to live my life as well. You know, I worked very hard to get here. So, you know, after this fight, I want to beat this. This is a very big focus of mine now, to beat this guy because he's so well respected, and everyone like really thinks this is the guy to beat me, and I can't wait to prove everyone wrong. That's the plan.
Yeah, the Russians, they have a fame. What? Chechen?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a fame that they are like very good on that sport, but I know that you're gonna make it.
Yeah, I fought a few of them before. I train with them every day. I know these guys. I know the style very, very well. But like you say, as soon as you mention Chestia or Khabib, they all go, or everybody automatically just thinks, wow.
Yeah.
But this is good for me.
Yeah,
so
it's
when I
good.
beat him, everyone's like, wow, you beat that guy. Yeah, I beat that guy.
Of course, because you know, I hear that these ones are like
The best.
The best, yeah. You think they are the best in this sport? Nah.
I
Well,
mean, if you look at the divisions now, then they've taken over. They've taken over most divisions, yeah. They're very good. They're good everywhere. As soon as they are born, they start fighting. You know, they're all devout Muslims, so they don't drink, they don't go out, they don't do any of that. They just fight all day. That's it.
they don't have like distractions.
No, zero. They're
So you
just,
think this is the key to success in this sport? Don't have any like distraction?
I mean,
or addiction? I mean.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, why they're so good. I don't know. Many people say, why is everybody in that? It's only a small part of the world, very small.
Yeah,
But
I
they have
know.
all the best fighters. And I can't work it out. Maybe it's because it's in the mountains, very high. Maybe it's because they're born different. They have different bone structures. Maybe it's because when they come out, they start fighting straight away. They don't know about anything else, just fight. And the country's at war all the time. Maybe it's a combination of all of this. I don't know, but I respect them as fighters.
Yeah, but I think it's like the discipline, because I always see the videos of this nationality that they put the kids, the babies, to do a lot of sports, and they are just babies.
Exactly.
So I think it's like discipline, and I think like they don't have, as you say, distractions or addictions. I think this is very important in sports.
Well, I think as well, it's like the country gets behind it, like the president.
Yeah.
He sponsors all the fighters. They can train for free. Whereas in the UK, nobody cares about MMA really.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger now, but imagine your whole country is sponsoring this one sport. This is their main sport, whereas the UK, it's probably not even in the top 10 of sports,
Yeah.
It's football, rugby, tennis. All this is way ahead of mixed martial arts. So maybe it's that too.
We hope that starts, but other question, who help you, because when you are starting, I guess you need like someone that help you, how you find this person that push you, who's this person that push you, like if you want to tell us, of course.
Yeah, my first ever coach is a guy called Tony Musa, and I'm still with him now to this day.
Nice.
We've been on a crazy journey all over the world, fighting the best people, and he was like a father figure, he's seen it in me when I was 15, and still to this day now, we still train, we still together, he still does my corner for the fights, and we have a very, very, very special, unique bond, and
Wow.
I really respect him, and he's helped me a lot. Like you see with Canelo too, he's got the same trainer from day one, and you see a picture of me as a child, I'm sure you can put it in on this, and then a picture of us together now with the belt. It's just a great picture,
Wow, I think that's very nice and very important that you have people that trust in you.
Yeah.
Because many people, they have dreams, they want to archive them, but not many people support them.
Well, another thing, when I started getting good and started getting recognized, many gyms tried to take me away,
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're with us now. And I said, no, I have my trainer. They said, no, he was good for then, but now you're with us. And I'm like, no. And I lost so many gyms and so many people along the way because I was like, we come as a pair,
Wow, you really have loyalty.
Yeah,
That's
big
very
time.
important.
I owe him everything, and all the way through, I was like, we come as a pair, and a lot of gyms don't like that. They want to take you, now you're with us, and I just don't operate like that. So,
That's
and we've been
amazing.
successful.
Yeah, look, but I admire this about you, that you have loyalty and that you don't forget who helped you when you start. Because, mostly in these times, mostly of the people, they don't appreciate when people help them. And this is very important, and I think this makes you unique as a person. So, bravo for that.
Thank you. No, but I think it's really missing, not just in fighting, in society. Nobody has loyalty anymore,
No.
They change every day, different person, different group, this, that. And I think when I still post pictures with him, after fights and together, everybody respects that, because wow, them two guys, 17 years fighting together against traveling all over the world. And then when I won the belt, it was such a special moment because, when he came in and we was hugging, it was just wow, we actually did it. He took me from a little kid all the way up until Madison Square Garden, you know what I mean, and won the belt there. So, yeah, we've had some good moments together, and we're still going now. And he just laughs now. He calls me, he's like, bro, is this just going to go on forever? He was like, why? He said, chill out now. You made money, you're happy, you got the belt. And I'm like, okay, one more now. And he's like, okay.
I think it's more like an addiction, this, you don't do it because you need to do it. You do it because of your it's like
Purpose.
your purpose. Exactly.
That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah. You want to feel that
yeah, you want to be
emotion.
Getting up every day, chasing something,
Yeah.
I want to get up and think, okay, this Russian guy is training for me now. I'm going to go and train. And it motivates you, gets you out of bed, even when you're tired and you're sore. You know that this guy's doing the work,
Yeah,
and
of course.
I've had world title before. This guy hasn't, he's hungry. And I know how hungry he is. So that motivates me to train even harder every day.
And you have a special diet also?
Yeah,
Or
pretty well. I'm going to start the meal preps tomorrow, but I eat clean all year round as well. I never really eat bad food ever.
you don't get cheat meals once in a while?
I don't really like it. Sunday roast, but that's not really too much cheat, you know. But yeah, I don't really. I'm not big on the bad food. I don't like how it makes me feel. You know, when you eat a bad meal, I just feel bad after it. You know, pizza or whatever, because I feel like I'm
All
almost.
the work that you put in the training,
And not only that, I feel like my mind's now stuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, in England we call it institutionalized.
Yeah.
So like that's all I know is good food. And like my friends always laugh because you know when they go to Nobu or these places and I go, this tastes the same to me as
a healthy food.
as a meal prep for €5. You know, it tastes the same. I don't know why. Just because I'm just so used to being in routine like that.
It's very nice to find, well, because you're an athlete, but you know, mostly of the people now in these times, they are like party people and stuff. Me, I'm 26 years old, but like my mind is like an old woman. I don't party, I don't take alcohol, like I don't take drugs, nothing of that. And it's very, I'm you know, surprised, like, because it's very hard to find people like that, like us. I think this is very important, and that's the key for the success. Well, that's my opinion, you know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I just feel like I had a goal. I still have a goal from when I was 15 to now.
Yeah.
And every day I get up and I chase it. You know what I mean? I don't let anything get in the way.
So what's your goal? What do you want to reach?
Well, I already got the world title now.
Yeah.
And this fight in particular means a lot to me because of the name of this guy and who he is and what he represents. And I've lost to one of these guys before from that team. I lost a split decision like 4 years ago. So this is one feels personal to me, you know. So this one is not about money. It's not about I just want to beat this guy. And I already had one belt and I was like, oh, I don't care about another one. But now I'm so close. I'm like, okay, now I want the picture with both, you know.
Wow.
That's the plan.
So it's in November, the fight.
29, yeah, 10 weeks.
Wow. And you're super excited, I guess.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm like every day, like you say, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 hours just focused on this one thing.
Wow. You think I think you're going to get it well, you know, I believe too much in manifestation, and I think you manifest this life that you have or you just come. Yeah, you told me this life just come to you.
No, like, you know what's weird about manifestation, right? I only started to hear about this because my friend is a famous rapper, right?
Yeah.
And then about 5 years ago, he picked me up one day and we went to the gym. He said, Brendan, I need to tell you about this. I said, what? He said, you're doing all the hard work.
Yeah, but you
don't know what you want.
Yeah.
You need to really think about what it is you actually want and think about it every day. You know what I did that day? I printed off pictures of the belt. I printed off pictures of the check and I just put it all around my house.
Wow.
Yeah. And I started doing it and then it all come. And I still do it now. Like, I'll show you an example. Look at this.
Wow, I'm shocked. And that's what people doesn't know, you know, like they work in the physical body.
If you can see this, I put a AI picture, you know, with both of the belts.
Wow.
That's not real picture.
It's AI. You did it.
So
You have it in your phone.
I put the other one over it because this is what's going to happen.
Wow.
And I did this 1 year ago, and now I'm one fight away again.
Wow.
So I already see it. You know what I'm saying? I already feel it,
I
sort of
got
thing.
you. Yeah, because you need to feel it. You know, that's why I was saying many people, they work in the physical body. It's okay, perfect. You train, you know, like you eat clean, but they don't work in their mind.
Exactly.
If you think that you're capable to do, you will do it because you're training your mind to attract that. So I think that if you really like train your mind and your body at the same time, you can get invisible, like no one can stop you. So this is very important, I think, for anything. And like many people, they just focus like, okay, I want to work for my outside, but they don't work the inside. And if the inside is not good, the outside cannot be good.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. And like so many distractions come along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a distraction every day just pops in, and you have to be able to go, no, this is the goal. Sorry, I can't today. Even though you want to do it,
yeah, I know.
you just can't do it. And, you know, that's what's made me successful in the sport. Not only that, I know when I'm with this guy in the cage, I have a different mentality. I look at you and I think, you are not beating me. No matter what, I will find a way to beat you. I always think like this. Like, I don't know what it is. I just think you might be better than me or whatever, but I will find a way to beat you. And that's always been my mindset. And that's why I've managed to beat a lot of the guys. I like when the fights get really hard and we both, you know, you're both breathing now, there's blood. And I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to go further than you. I'm willing to die, you're not. That's what I think.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's intense. That's how I think, though.
And I think it's like, I'm really like shocked, like to see like how strong you need to be, you know, to do these kind of things. Well, I'm very scared. I never fight. The only fight I have is when I was, I think, 13 with a girl. I was drunk, you know.
I thought in Mexico you always fight, no?
Yeah, we fight, but we fight like street fights, like with the hair like this.
Yeah.
You know, this. But me, like actually to fight like someone, like, well, you know, I'm a girl. Like I will not do it, you know. They offered me because I'm good at boxing.
Really?
Yes, I'm good. They offered me, they told me, why you don't like become like a boxer? And I'm like, no. After they're going to punch my face and what I'm going to do, you know. Because this is very like, I think, dangerous, no?
I know, look at my face, look, ears, nose, everything
How's the
scars.
feeling? Explain me, how's the feeling like when you get like this, like...
I don't know, I think you have
you don't feel it because you have too much adrenaline.
I was just going to say, adrenaline is the best painkiller in the world.
Wow.
And then, like, the next day you wake up, wow. It's like a car crash. Like, you know, when you get some good body shots or kicks or elbows, whatever. And then the next day you're like, whoa, everything just hurts everywhere. Like, you touch your head. Like, just pain everywhere, you know.
But I think if you don't feel it, it's like, was not that
At the time,
fight.
you don't feel anything.
No, but...
Like, one time, I was fighting this Russian guy in Germany, and I broke my arm in the fight in the first round.
Yeah.
I had to get a metal plate put in here, and then I didn't know. Well, I did know, and I went to the corner, and I said to my coach, I said, I broke my arm. And he said, okay, let's stop the fight. I said, no. I carried on in the fight, and I ended up beating the guy in the third round, knock him out with one arm like this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, you can see it. I had one arm was hanging like this. Like, that actually happened. Like, that's how crazy adrenaline is. You see the second the fight was over, the pain, like, it was just ridiculous, but adrenaline just can carry you through anything.
True.
At the
I
time.
never broke any of my bones, never in my life, so I don't know how it feels, imagine.
Never break one?
No.
You're lucky.
The only time I did is like, how you call this in English? Like, not when you broke, when you hurt.
Fracture?
Yeah, I fractured, like,
Okay.
my toe. And I was screaming. I was thinking I will die. Literally, I was like, no, I'm dying. So I don't know how. Imagine this pain, you know. And
It's, at the time, not bad, but after, very, very bad.
no, you really need to have some serious. I don't want to say the.
No, I know.
The
I know.
serious ones.
That's why I do stem cells and stuff now. You know, remember I was
For
telling
what's
you?
that? Like
Stem cells, you know about it?
Yeah, I know, but where they take from somewhere?
No. So the one I went to was in Mexico.
Yeah.
I stayed there for a week. It's a place called Chipsa. And you go there and they put the stem cells in your body and it starts repairing everything. They take it from a woman, you know, when they're pregnant.
They are not your stem
No.
cells. Oh.
You didn't know this?
No, I didn't
Okay,
know
so
that.
they take it out of the
Woman.
umbilical cord
Uh-huh.
after she's pregnant, because this is the most powerful thing that you can get because it keeps the baby alive for how long? And they put it inside you.
Wow.
Yeah. And it just fixes everywhere that you have pain, just disappears. Crazy. Like,
So you see the results like
Yeah.
right away?
like next day.
Wow.
It was quite, interesting.
In Mexico, they do that.
In Mexico and in Colombia, yeah. South America, because it's not been approved in America by the FDA yet.
So can be a little bit dangerous or no?
I don't hear any bad reports. They just didn't put it through the US medical system yet because it's very hard to get all the certificates and things like that. So they just do it in these countries.
It's an expensive treatment?
I think it's like $20,000 for a week.
$20,000
Yeah.
for a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's like the best thing you can possibly do. Like something crazy that happened. All this here. I used to have bad calluses here. I don't know what you call it in Spanish.
Yeah, callos.
And the next day, completely gone. I was like, wow, where's it? The next day it was gone. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
to go to my country to do this.
Yeah.
cells.
All from your country.
You see, I didn't know that. You know more things about Mexico than me. You know Tijuana. You know about stem cells. What else you know that I don't know?
Taco, burrito.
Well, I don't eat too much burritos to
No.
be honest. You like no, you don't drink, huh? Or once in a while.
Yeah, I drink.
I think sometimes, listen to me. It's
I do
good-
drink though, by the way.
You drink now?
Yeah, I'm not that like not right now, but in between fights I will party and drink.
I think this is
Don't just think I'm like a saint. Like I
you're
like to
not a
have
saint.
I have a good time.
okay.
I live my life.
You live your life.
Yeah. for
It's
sure.
good. I think it's good because I was making a podcast with a trainer like last week, and he told me that the athletes, because he's a trainer for athletes, that they need also a dark side once in a while. They say.
Wow, what's the dark side?
They say, I don't know what he was saying to me, some things. You can see it you guys can see it in my podcast. It's not ready yet. It's going to be next week. But he was saying that because he trained like, he know Cristiano and like other French, Mbappe and these kind of footballers. But he didn't say them, but he trained this kind of like level of footballers.
Okay,
Say
so
that before they go to fight, like to, to play, to fight, whatever, they have a very big party,
wow,
like
really?
they make like crazy things.
So here's what I do, yeah? After every fight,
Uh-huh.
I fly home and then I switch my phone off 1 week
And you go.
and I go Ibiza or I go somewhere with my friends and I don't care. I just party hard, get everything out my system because been training 3-4 months. 1 week, eat anything, drink anything, just party, don't look at anything, no time, no sleeping, don't wear the whoop. Take myself out of that, and that's very healthy. So by the time you come back, I'm ready to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't do this,
no, you're gonna.
it's
you
not
need to
good.
Have a balance
It's not
in
good.
life.
I tried this way before to not do anything ever. Very bad.
You become crazy.
You lose your mind. Yeah.
Your mind. You need to, sometimes to be wild. In life.
It's too strict. Too.
And what about your love life?
I don't have a
You're
love
single?
life. Single. Yeah.
You wanna get married soon or something? It's in your plans, or you wanna be single for the rest of your life?
I'm focused on a job right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone comes along and she's gonna help me towards this and it's all gonna be good, then perfect. But right now, I'm not focused. It's very hard. I don't go out meeting people and stuff. Really, I'm just gym, home, sleep, gym, home, sleep, gym, home, sleep. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, but I guess like sometimes when you have a goal, it's better to focus on that, and after the rest is coming, not chasing. I think when it's meant to be, something is gonna come along.
And it's selfish. I'm very, 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 very selfish.
You're selfish?
No,
they call me like this.
No, because I'm an only child, number one.
Oh.
Yeah. No, and number two is...
You're the baby child from your parents.
Yeah, and I've lost so many women along the way, good women.
Why?
Because...
You don't want to commit.
No, I'm there. This is the goal. And you are here like this. And nobody has really came, right, okay, I'm with you. This is it. We're going to get to this together. So if you're not on this goal with me, then sorry.
Yeah, you're right. I think that you have a goal, and you mostly because you are. How is your mom with you? Like you're his adoration.
Very close. I just had her here. I flew her out for 1 week. She stayed with me.
But she's like your biggest fan. You know?
Yeah, of course.
She was not worried when you start to fight.
Yeah, very worried. I used to come home black eyes like this.
And she didn't tell you to stop.
And she was like, "Brendan, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
I said, "Mom, I love it." And she said,
She support you. Your family support you when you told them you want to fight?
"I'm going to support you." Yeah, they supported me.
Wow, that's amazing.
If I would have listened to everybody else along the way, I would be in England now, 9 to 5, depressed. Like, I chased my dreams. I didn't listen to anybody, and I just went for the goal, and that's it. And that's where I am. I'm passionate.
Wow. What is the advice that you want to tell to other people that look up to you and they want to become a fighters? What's your advice for them?
Definitely choose another sport. MMA is too crazy.
Why?
No, I'm only joking. No, you have to be committed. If you've listened to this podcast, you'll see that I am all in. This is my whole life. I don't do anything else. I just train and I fight and I chase my goal. Like, if that's not you, this is the wrong sport, because this is not a football match. Yeah. This is not a tennis game. Yeah. This isn't paddle or badminton. Right. Like, you're putting your brain and your health and your family have to watch you go through this. Weight cutting, losing weight, fighting, many surgeries, all types of things. This life isn't for everyone. It's a true warrior lifestyle. It's like, if this was 10,000 years ago, we would be the guys on the front with the spear, like at the front. Yeah, that's how I look at it. So unless this is you and this is how you feel about fighting, pick something else.
If you're not commit 100%,
yeah, exactly.
Don't do it. That's what he meant.
That's it, yeah.
So, well, thank you so much, Brendan, for coming. I'm really grateful to have your presence here. You're a very inspirational human being. And well, guys, thank you for coming to your live teacher. Don't forget to follow Brendan. How is your social media? Can you please tell
Just Brendan MMA,
Brendan
really easy.
MMA, the world champion. And thank you, and we see each other in the next podcast. Bye.